going on, everybody? Welcome back to Depression in America. Welcome to another episode of The Silly and the Serious. I'm your host, Mr. J, and I'm here with
Depressed Shammy.
Shammy. Another week, another bunch of things happening.
See, I was about to say another week, another dollar, but the dollar seeming like
we ain't got no more dollars.
Right.
So we can't say that no more. We got a couple things to talk about. First things I want to say, our last episode has been out for about 8 days now, and none of you have watched it. So I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and run those numbers up, please. I'm trying to make something happy. That's actually a pretty important episode. So if you guys
it really is though.
should go back, check that one out, share it, subscribe, and all that. But let's dive in. We ain't even gonna waste no time. We gonna jump in.
Yeah, it's clearly all about the shenanigans.
Shenanigans is the good word.
It's all about the shenanigans.
My man, my favorite football player.
Oh, Vito, that's your favorite.
He was my favorite football player.
Was. Yeah,
I mean,
that was.
He's ex-football, but he's not current.
I'm just saying.
Shannon Sharp. Oh.
Shannon ain't so sharp.
Shannon ain't so sharp. But Shannon making some dumb mistakes. So, in case you haven't heard,
which I'm sure you have.
Which, if you haven't, I mean, I'm actually happy for you. Shannon Sharp is being sued for $50 million. Coincidentally, after he just announced that he reached $100 million deals for his company. Yeah.
Does the deal still exist? But let me let you finish.
Right. Sued for $50 million from his. How old is he now?
22.
22
I believe. Or is it 23?
20-something-year-old.
Ain't 25.
Below 25.
This right here ain't fully developed.
The frontal lobe is still lobing.
Oh, child.
OnlyFans girl.
Side chick?
I mean, he's side chick.
I don't know.
Cushion for cushion. Ain't got no cushion.
She ain't got no cushion in either place. Her lips nor her ass.
Or the titty. Ain't that great.
She don't got no titties?
Like by my standards. You don't know I got that.
Wow.
What? So yeah, she's suing him, saying he essayed her, he choked her, he abused her, and most to his credit, when he came out, she came out as Jane Doe. The lawyer on this is that piece of crap.
Oh God, they call him ambulance.
He's an ambulance chaser for sure.
Oh God.
For those who are like our age and our age group, if you watch The Simpsons, the lawyer Phil Hartman, it's him. The one who did everything to sue anybody for anything and always lost.
Who's currently not allowed to practice in New York?
At all. He lost his license in New York. Like, that's a line. Tony, is it Tony?
Busby.
Tony Busby.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. I mean, you can't sue, that's your name. He's representing her. If they came out as Jane Doe, Shannon Sharp was like, oh, hell no. And then he put her name out there, and then he put out the text messages in between them.
Now,
it really is water,
though. I have a problem with people using what they like to do in the bedroom and now using it against people.
Right. Because
I know my tribe when I see them. Yeah, and so for it to be used as a weapon is unfortunate because it's gonna do a lot of things. But I'm gonna let you finish. But it's
So she said he did these things. He came out with receipts immediately, showing text messages, which he claimed that he essayed her up until as recently as January of this year.
Well, I think you got to roll it back to the definition of
essay.
Yes.
I mean, okay, so he forced her to do things, sexual acts on him against her will, held her hostage, basically.
This is the very person that, when he moved to a different state, he also moved to that same state.
Yeah. Because we all know victims do that. So he came out with receipts. And with receipts up until January of this year, showing that she is asking him to do things. She's engaging. Hey, I want to do this. I want you saying some wild stuff. I want you to put a big black baby in me. I want you to put a collar around my neck. She said the big black baby thing a few times, which is
disturbing. I'm sorry. And people like what they like in the bedroom, and
right.
we shouldn't judge, but like you kind of got to be careful when you're trying to put somebody on blast and you're saying things like "big black baby" and you ain't black.
Right. So everybody's has their opinion on what happens. Those two actually know what happened, but from the evidence I've seen, it's very consensual. Her account is, and this is from what I've seen, I've spoken to her. Allegedly, her account is they were talking. He was posting in the gym. They exchanged numbers. They were talking. He invited her over to his house. She drove to his house.
This is when she was 19?
This was when she was 19. So that's their first encounter. She drove to his house. He opened the door. He didn't greet her. He just opened the door and walked in. And she walked in. He went up to the bedroom. He went in the bathroom, freshened up, like whatever, I'm assuming. And he came out and he laid on the bed. She didn't know what to do, so she reluctantly laid on the bed, and then he attacked her. And then she left, and she drove herself home, and that this type of thing happened multiple times.
Repeatedly.
Now.
For 3 to 4 years.
Right. Now, I know my fair share, unfortunately, of women who have been assaulted.
Because I don't want to victim shame.
Right. But one thing they all have in common. They never went back. They never continued to engage with the person. They never text that person sexually after the situation. In fact, they
or repeatedly receive money
for these acts. And so that kind of a little red flag for me. If somebody has assaulted you, you generally try to stay away from them.
Here's the thing for me. You're not in the home with this person. Like, it's not a situation where y'all married.
Right.
And y'all have kids. Because those situations, I understand women can't leave. It's just a whole
but it's
different dynamic.
Right.
So, I'm sorry to give the Dora blank eyes.
Which is why I said you drove yourself. Yeah.
I don't know what's what, and I'm not trying to say that I'm jumping on his bandwagon, but because I'm minding my black girl business.
Right. He definitely put himself in this situation. He himself has said he asked her to sign an NDA. She said no. NDA.
So when she said no, you still wanted to go and hit that flat bag.
A flat bag is wildly accurate. And yeah, without the NDA, you didn't protect yourself. There's a reason why you suggested the NDA.
Yeah, because you had an inclination that something like this, or
you just want to protect yourself because you are a celebrity, and you didn't for whatever stupid reason. And then I'm assuming, ended with her, and then she threatened you to basically let out your fetishes, because I think he has a race play fetish. And I think he has a dom sub type of fetish, which, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm never going to, unless you're assaulting kids and women against their will, something that's detrimental to somebody, I'm not going to crap on your fetish. What are you doing in your bedroom with your business? But I think because of the type of fetishes he had, it could be embarrassing. He's an older guy, so they're more reserved and like, this is between us.
Which is why even more you should have gotten that thing signed.
Right.
Or drop it. There is plenty of girls that look exactly like her.
Unfortunately.
That would have signed up to do that for all of those funds. I don't understand.
I don't get it.
Like, what what is it? Is the knob activity great? Because the girl barely got any lips. But like, brr.
Listen, I mean, you like what you like. You're attracted to what you're
And,
attracted
but it's just not really hitting for me.
to put yourself at risk, right?
Not for my let me list the things. Not for my money, not for my chavo, not for my chicken, not for my guac. Those are all of the versions of what money is called. Yeah, chicken, cheddar,
broccoli, lettuce.
no lettuce. Oh, it's green though.
Special sauce.
Terrible. But y'all know what I mean.
Oh, I thought you said.
No, we're not. No, but y'all already know what I mean.
Right.
Like
women, there are women who are going to do it and sign that thing.
And so I just don't understand it. There's plenty of stars that we know of who have said that they do this.
Right. You have to protect yourself. Because there are people who will, I'm going to get you and then expose you or exploit you.
Right. And so like, my thing is like, and then it's like, and maybe I am judging. 56.
Right.
22.
Right. That's
that girl still smell like Similac.
Right. I mean, but if we're gonna judge him, we gotta judge Bill Belichick. No one's saying, even though his girlfriend ain't getting crazy, but he's 74, she's 24. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I just saw the amount of wrinkles across the ball.
I mean, I don't think people. Jesus. I don't think people are going too hard. They're doing the 18 because of the situation. But I think if they were in a healthy relationship, I don't think that would have been too much. But you are 56 and she is.
And clearly it was never really a relationship. So
right.
It was a set up situationship.
It was a fluctuationship.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with something. I got you. But yeah. So it's just like, all of these women who you are allowed to be in certain spaces with. And I'm not going to even go there about Shorty being white. That really doesn't matter, because as you get higher and up in the ladder, there's less and less people who look like you.
Unfortunately, it's true.
So I'm not going to be hell bent on that. But I am hell bent on that age. I think it's crazy.
I mean, he met her when she was 19.
I think it's crazy.
Although, yes, that's an adult. That's still a child.
The amount of teaching that probably had to go down in that room.
But that goes into
control.
The Don fetish. Control.
I guess.
I'm setting you up because I know you're about to go in. Okay. We all heard the video with him and Michelle on Instagram Live. He was very dominating in that.
Was he?
Don't you run from me. You're going to take this. Like, don't you move. That's all Dom quality. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not.
There's nothing wrong. Some women like it. It's okay. But it's easier to do that with someone around that age who you have to teach. And
did she do this case because she was mad about Michelle? Michelle and
he set himself up for that. I'm not saying he doesn't set up because she was a white woman. Because that's to say all white women do that. I highly disagree with that. I'll disagree with that. A black woman wouldn't do that.
Right.
It's an age thing. And it's in her age range, they are about to come up.
I would be.
You were a come up.
I would be. But I'm going to tell you right now, with this case, to me, she playing the short game and not the long one.
Right. Because she's going to lose it. When he presented the receipts already, it's like it's not possible. But what you're saying, because you're going back and you're initiating.
Listen, like I said, playing the short game and not the long game, and maybe that's what she used to playing, because maybe what she was playing was short.
I ain't doing that.
I am.
I ain't going there.
You won't. I will.
My game already short enough.
Just saying.
I wish him the best. I hope he comes out right on the other side. It's already going to damage the image because the court of public opinion is a damning one. But I hope he still is able to make his money at the end of this and do his thing. I do think he should sue her as well, for defamation and win that, because clearly you're trying to extort this man and slander this man.
Learn your lessons before they learn you.
They're learning the hell out of him right now. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I would be shocked if it didn't go his way. But this is America.
I'm about to say it's stranger times.
Right.
You know, people that are born here getting deported.
Another topic, another time.
I'm just saying.
We got research on that.
It's strange. It's just strange.
It's strange times. We ain't gonna worry about it. We gotta do a lot of research on that stuff, because that's gonna be a couple of hours.
That might be the thing. To do something
Right.
strange for a piece of change.
I mean, that's how you get your money now. Getting thrown it on the train against your will.
Oh, Jesus.
That's crazy. All right, so moving on. Sinners. It's a movie that's taken over, and
Right. So before we even go on, if you ain't seen it yet,
listen, count to 5. It's gonna be so many spoilers. I'm not controlling myself.
oh,
So I'm giving you more than a count of 5. I'm gonna count to 5. Skip ahead. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 4 3/4. It's your 5. If you are here at this point, I don't care no more. You chose to be.
this is true.
All right, so there's a movie by Michael Cooler and starring Michael no, director.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Is it Ryan?
It might be Ryan.
Cooper.
It is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is that.
Him and Michael B. Jordan teamed up for the third time.
Right.
Third time.
3rd or 4th?
4. Fruitvale Station, Black Panther, and Sinners. So I thought.
All right, move on.
Oh, I thought it was
No, it might. It was right.
Team up once again to produce gold again. This movie is one showing that Hollywood can have an original film and do well. Hollywood can have an original film directed by a black person, starring black people,
And do well.
globally.
That part. Say it again.
Okay, globally. Inflection. Globally. It's like doing a special movie.
Yes.
This movie is phenomenal. In my opinion, it's phenomenal. From so many different undertones, the imagery
was so visually pleasing to me. Like I literally was sitting there like
lost.
Oh.
You get lost. You have to watch it again.
I will have to see it again
because
I've seen it once.
It's so visually stunning. You miss stuff, right? And like I said, so many different undertones. You can see the 7 deadly sins in this. Straight up basic black and white racism in this. Spiritual for our culture. Like that scene when Homeboy was singing, spoilers, when Homeboy was singing, when Preacher Boy started singing, that resonated with me. When he started singing,
right,
and they did that little effect, when it started resonating. But then when they did with it,
like this is the scene that I just was like,
it was
so amazing.
They basically show how our music, I strictly our music, black folk music, is almost transcendent, and it channels not only our ancestors but our future selves. So like it kind of resonates in some sort of harmonic purity,
right?
And they showed, and how they did it was just so amazing. They actually had like African.
They had literally, it went through an entire assortment of all variations of how like kind of like music started with us and how it will continue. They even added in a little bit of like Asian culture and how that actually cultivates within um rhythm and blues, I guess
Yeah.
you'd say. And it was amazing. And I don't think that enough of that gets shown of how um rhythm and blues um gives credit to other
Yes.
music.
Yes.
It just doesn't get identified because whatever becomes extremely popular that is rhythm and blues
hmm
automatically gets shoved to pop.
Automatically.
But at the end of the day, they were very good at showing the travel of music.
Yes, that's the travel of music.
It was amazing.
I loved every bit.
The travel of music. It was amazing.
And that scene probably is one of the best scenes.
It was. I was so like engulfed in it visually. I was just like, it literally sparked the artist in me because although I like to draw and things like that, I've never thought about actually putting visual art into motion in that way. And it's the first time it actually clicked something in me.
Oh, nice.
It did. I was like,
do something with that.
I was like, it was so visually pleasing to me.
For me, if you really know me, music is my life. Like I have music for every mood I'm in. If I'm in a great mood, I got a great playlist. I got a cleaning playlist. I got a walk playlist. I got a on the train playlist. I got a sand playlist. So to have all, and if they played all the music together in one,
they did. It was a mashup.
The blend
wasn't chaotic. It wasn't.
It all flowed.
It wasn't, and you heard every inch.
Yes.
The different.
You heard the ancestors' music. You heard the future. You heard the current. You heard the age. And they weren't playing the same song.
No, but it blended so well.
If you do that wrong, it's just noise.
At the end of the day, while that was playing, I was just like, wow, they did their homework.
They did their homework. But that's what he does. That's a director. That's what he does.
I was like, they did their homework because that was just, it was dope.
Definitely an amazing scene. And all the acting in the movie, the plot, like I said, undertones, it's like several different sub-stories in the movie. Some people went to the extreme with their reviews. Oh, this is a demonic movie. It's going to move. You have to go home and do a cleanse. If that brought that and that you are up to some shady stuff.
I think that, and I'm probably going to get too deep here, but I think that, I always attribute to like people in Haiti. Mm-hmm. When people are doing well, or just people of color in general, there's a thing with, I guess, Western European kind of motive where when people of color are doing well, they tend to place out an omen that we are either doing voodoo, that we are with the Illuminati.
If we're doing it's not natural. It's
right, that it's not, that it has to be the fact that people are making money or doing well or guarded themselves with some type of God or above them basically gets attached to doing something negative.
Right.
And it's placed that way on purpose to drive people away from you.
Right. Yeah, we perpetuate it,
We do. Because that's why it annoys me to the core when they're like, Whitney Houston and her daughter died because they finally had to give up their souls. Why? Because they were black and successful. That means that they did some type of deal with the devil. It's annoying. Right.
But they also say that this movie is loosely based on the blues guy. I really forget his name. I didn't do my homework. Who at the four crossroads sold his soul to the devil. That's yes. So they're trying. Even people saying that he sold his soul for all that, and no, it's this movie is full of soul, and that's why the bad guys, demons, the vampires, however you want to call them.
And another thing, how can you sell souls that's already been sold? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right. You've sold our souls for generations.
Tenfold. Weird. That's the whole point of the blues.
This is what I'm saying. And so it's just like, the movie was really good. I definitely need to go see it again.
Yeah. Go see it again. I'm going to see it 3 or 4 more times. Seriously.
good movie, hands down. Um, didn't get I didn't get any demonicness from it. What I got from it was how like I said earlier, all skin folk and kinfolk. And if you saw the movie in the beginning, the the white man entered a white home and they let him in because they thought that they were saving him from something.
Right. And when they were warned by people who didn't look like them,
They didn't listen.
they threatened their lives.
And even in the people giving them shade, they told them, God bless y'all.
God bless you.
Still.
Stay safe. Don't let them in. And they peaced out
They did.
for the rest of the movie.
As soon as they saw that it dark.
Get dark. It's on you.
And I couldn't understand in the beginning, like right at that moment, like they was like, "Oh, we got to get out of here," and they was out.
They was gone. And while she was, because it was a woman who was had him at gunpoint, dude already killed her husband and turned him. But even with that, even their music, because the bad guy was Irish, steeped in Irish culture. Even their music was beautiful and rhythmic, almost siren-esque, to like call the people outside and to join the collective. And if you want to see things from the bad guy's point of view, a lot of the stuff you say was making sense.
He's like, they don't ever want to give y'all nothing.
He said, they don't want to give y'all nothing. They want to take it. It's like this way, you have everything. You have a mixed, blended family where your color and all this, it don't matter. And you live forever. There's no downside to this.
I mean,
because all he wanted was preacher's son so he could see his ancestors again. That's really his whole drive for it. Because they was walking by the place.
Right.
And it just so happened that preacher's son started playing and they had that scene. And he was able to hear the music and see what we were seeing. He's like, oh, you could see your ancestors. I want that. I need that. So I want you with me. And they kind of had this hive mind thing where they all, they share thoughts and memories.
Right,
and
right.
They were really one people, or collective. They weren't people anymore, I guess. They're one collective. So, they had some compelling arguments. It's like, this world hates you. We don't hate you. And they honestly weren't killing them to make them the vampires. Because the girl,
which one?
The mixed girl,
mm-hmm.
If you remember when she got bit on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a kill shot. They didn't rip her neck out in it.
Right.
She got bit on her shoulder. And she was turned. Technically, they didn't show her getting bit either, by the way.
They didn't show her getting bit. But biting her on the shoulder was probably more so to keep her sexy.
Right.
To be a temptation.
It wasn't necessarily a death blow.
Mm-hmm.
Even saying that right now, by the way, made me pick up on something else. Nobody who wasn't white, like all the white people who got bit, were either bit off screen or killed lightly. All the black people were brutalized.
Because, baby, the way
the brother,
got, I was like,
he got.
Oh, it was savage.
The dude they put outside by accident.
Yeah, it was another savage kill.
Right. All the people of color were killed savagely, while the white people weren't. One of those undertones.
I mean, they were.
Right.
They were in a slaughterhouse.
Think about that. In the middle of the woods, a slaughterhouse. There's a lot of stuff to this movie that I really would say see it for yourselves. If you have some things that you want to speak on, please put it in the comments. I really enjoy talking about this movie and getting other people's point of views. I do not feel like this was a devil worship movie. I think if you're doing that, you're one of those holier than people and get over yourself.
Listen,
get over yourself.
It wasn't. It showed variations of personality.
Yeah.
And it showed how ego can be your worst enemy.
Right. Because a lot of problems happen because of ego in this movie. I don't think all the spoilers because I don't want you to see it for yourself, but it was a great movie. It proves that there is originality left in the world and it can do well. Yes, I love the Avengers movies and all these big. I'm a comic book guy, but there's something to be said for something that hasn't been seen before. It doesn't always have to be part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have to send Ludacris and Tyrese into space in the car. Okay, we hate those movies, dog. It can be original.
Need for Speed 26.
Like,
It's crazy.
it can be original. It can be thought provoking. It can be inspiring. It doesn't have to be.
People need to be okay with having originality. And with that originality, people have to be okay with also hearing no. And I think that we've developed a community of people who are scared of no's.
Right. And you know what? We're also at this point now in time. You only need these big companies for mass distribution. And that's even dwindling.
It
You
is.
can shoot a movie on your phone. Great quality. Put it on YouTube. It's free. Put it on Tubi. I think that's free.
I don't know, but Tubi,
Their quality is going up, ain't it?
Tubi.
There's ways to get your art form out there the way you don't have to rely on these big companies. Yes, the road may take a little bit longer.
It will. And of course, maybe some things might be a little choppier in terms of like, scene to scene. But if you got a good movie, you just simply have
a good movie. And if people will find it.
Yeah.
Word of mouth. I remember Taken. Remember Taken? Mm-hmm. I saw that movie almost a year before it came out in the movie theaters.
Oh.
Right? Because they got heavily bootlegged. Right? And everybody loved it. So much that it still did well in the movie theater. Okay? People are going to find a good movie. Okay? You can put your stuff out there. We film this on my phone. You know what I'm saying? The technology is there where you don't have to have these big things behind. Yes. Are you going to have certain cinematography angles and all this? Not all the time, but you can buy drones. There are workarounds. You can figure it out to where you won't need the company, or you make the company come to you, and then you could dictate terms.
From my understanding, that's something like how Sinners, got the deal that they got, because
Sinners' budget was $90 million, and my man, the director, I don't want to keep messing up his name. He's like, I want all this stuff up front. And then people were kind of getting on him for that. Oh, why should you get? I'm a multi-billion-dollar director.
Run me my money.
Give me my money first. And then you got this. And you know what? The movie's, almost $300 million worldwide.
That's it. Woo.
Wow. For $90 million. You made your money back.
Well over.
Yeah. So let's tap into these Black directors.
I think there's a thing with, people of color being hated on to be great at the end of the day. Like, because I even saw somebody online, I really didn't pay too much attention to it, throw a shot at him. And then, is it Adam? What is his name? The one that's always like...
That's strong.
No. He does it with a little bit more rhythm.
What's he do? Adam what? His reviews and stuff?
He doesn't review. He's an actor. I am saying his name wrong. What is his name?
What's he been in? Damn, this thing ain't profit.
He is. That's right. But I don't know actors' names. I'm a horrible actor.
What's he been in?
Zoolander dude.
Ben Stiller. I got you. I'm a movie guy.
Yeah, that's what I said. Mm-hmm. He was like, fuck out of here and shut that shit down. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh.
It's a great movie. A great movie.
He was like, nah.
There was people, and I'm, call me what you want. There's people in the Latin community, really namely one guy I really heard from, but I think you heard from other sources, where they were complaining that there was no Latin representation in this movie. You know what? Everything's not for you.
Here's the thing.
It's okay.
I think that they did their homework. So whatever was this time that it was based in, I'm sure if there were people from...
Right, in these areas.
In those areas, you would have been there. Because if people realize, Black people and Asian people have spent a lot of time together, which is the reason why the chicken. What's the chicken that they have? Well, they call it not a Japanese toast.
Fried chicken?
It's their version of fried chicken.
Oh, the starts with the K.
Korean chicken.
That's me chicken.
No, Korean chicken. That's
Korean chicken. I don't know Korean chicken. I was like Katsumi chicken like that. Either way, it's fried. It's
deeply fried, and it's because during the war,
Vietnam War, not Vietnam.
no, come on, my history buff.
No, yeah, no.
What's Vietnam?
Yeah. The black soldiers showed them how to ride.
And okay, I thought you
showed them how to fry the chicken.
And so clearly, there's always been relationships there where it has been exchanged. So if you were there, they would have put you in the movie because it looks like they did their homework.
I'm saying with the nations, there was some undertones in that with that too.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's up. But yeah, but you know what? The dude I'm talking about, praised him so much when he did Black Panther 2.
And then flip the script?
And then flip the script because you weren't in this movie. Everything's not for you. And it's okay. It's okay if you were not depicted in this movie during this time. Because you weren't around.
I was about to say, because it's a time.
You weren't in these areas. Not heavily.
Clearly not.
I mean, it's okay.
Because he made it a point to put particular people in particular things.
And then you made the claim he stole the whole movie idea from Dusk Till Dawn. The only parallel they have is that it has vampires, and one took place in a bar, and one took place in a barn club. Stop it. Stop it. Like, come on. You just want to knock something down.
And now you'll never work with him again.
Like, come on. Great movie.
Short game. Not the long.
That's the thing for the show. Great movie. I highly recommend it. I think it's a time. Saying if you haven't seen it, go see it.
Great movie.
If I spoil it for you, that's your fault. I gave you plenty of time. Let's move on to humility. Humility. There's no bigger case of trying to put a talented individual in their place than most recently with Shedeur Sanders in the latest NFL draft.
Yeah.
So, by all metrics, and we're talking all these scouts, people who do this for a living, the lowest they had Shedeur Sanders in this draft is 20.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, Shedeur Sanders is son of the great Deion Sanders. And we know Deion Sanders is a very polarizing person. Deion is anything but humble.
He ain't like never been.
And he don't have to. So his son is a quarterback. He's been his quarterback. He's been his son's coach pretty much all his life. But he's never given his son the job. He's always made his son try out.
As he should.
And his son has been the one who won that position. So when he was in Jackson State, is it Jackson State? It's Jackson State. It was Jackson State.
Don't get me lying.
I'll be lying. When he was in Jackson State, they had a great record there. He turned that program around. Deion Sanders was the head coach. As soon as a quarterback, he turned that Travis Hunter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Turned it around, and that's a HBCU.
And then he
got put on the market for a bigger college in Colorado. He went there, turned that program around.
He did.
Son excelled at the position, set all kind of records for the short time he was there. Travis Hunter, who actually went second, I believe, overall, set all kind of records. So why is it that this guy, about all these metrics, should never went lower than 20? On many people, he's top 1 to 3. It was between him, Cam Ward, and Travis Hunter.
Right.
Why did he drop to 144, I believe, in the 5th round? in the 5th round. Why? All these people had to say he wasn't humble enough. This is a kid. Okay, he's a kid. I'm going to get him. He's 12. This kid, straight A's in school, doesn't have any kind of off the field antics, doesn't cause any. You never heard anything crazy about him in the news other than football. So how is it he's not worth taking? He has all these quote unquote red flags, but yeah, you take these people who actually have these off the field problems above him.
Man, y'all don't even give these lessons to the people who are already playing, who are constantly committing domestic violence.
Right. That's rampant in the NFL.
So rampant.
You want to, because this young man says he's a legend. Well, what's wrong with the confidence?
Let me tell you something. You ain't going to find nobody who feel like they know they shit downplaying themselves. Don't no rapper do it.
None. No basketball player, no soccer player, no baseball player.
Nobody.
So why is it when it comes to him, he needs to be taught a lesson in humility? When he wasn't picked on day one, he showed ultimate humility. He didn't go on no crazy rant. He didn't throw no fits. He said, thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. We didn't go this round. It's okay. We know we're going to get there eventually. We just got to wait and see. Let's enjoy the night. Congratulations to the people who did get picked. Is that not being humble?
You know, it's unfortunate that as someone of color, you have to work 10 times hard already.
And then,
right. And then when you're at that 10 times harder already, people feel threatened, so they feel like they got to knock you down a peg. When you're actually the person who told me, you got to do better, you got to work harder. And then I do that, and then I still get smacked in the face because now my being better and working harder outplays you.
Right.
And so now you feel like because you control it and you the puppeteer, you're now going to show me a lesson and make sure instead of me being confident out loud, you want me to be confident in silence.
Makes no sense. It makes no sense. People also complaining saying that Deion Sanders and his son were telling people where they weren't going to go when they don't want to pay for this team and da 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 da. But when other people have done that, it's never been a problem.
Because who did it?
The Manning family. They're football royalty, right? Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. They have an up and coming kid who's in a couple of years who's gonna be in the draft. The kid can play.
Mm-hmm.
The kid can play. But they dictate where their people go. When Eli Manning was drafted, he was drafted to the Chargers. He didn't want to play for the Chargers.
So he
threw a fit. Went to his daddy. Daddy pulled some strings. He got traded to the Giants. So why is it when this black man says, I don't want my kid to go, I don't want my kid to be on these loser teams,
it's an issue.
It's a problem.
Because you can't do what I do.
Right. Because I look this way and you look that way. That's really the issue here. Was Shador the greatest person to ever come out the NFL draft? No. Is he a good quarterback? Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So here was my take. Because I don't watch anymore. But last time I checked, football numbers were tanking, the viewership, right? And so, right. So if it is tanking, you want to spite somebody so much that you're willing to tank it even more?
Right. Makes no sense.
Like, talk about eat your own.
It's because, it really is. A lot of these quarterbacks now that are getting drafted, a lot of them are black. They're black. And when they get drafted, they're really quiet. I just want to do what I can on the field so I can remember. Mm-hmm. Now you got one that's like his daddy, who knows his worth. He knows his worth. He knows what he can bring, and he's not shy about it. Oh no, we can't have that.
Listen, I put up a post of something he said to you. And basically it was like, yeah, if my confidence offends you, sorry for you. And it really doesn't. You want me to dumb myself down to make you feel better?
No.
It's crazy.
We tell our kids not to do that. How many times have you told your kids, don't make yourself or don't dumb down yourself for your friends? I know my mother told me that all the time. My father told me that all the time. I'm sure you told that to your kids. If you're gonna don't not be yourself, because they're
fit in the room with other people who are not fitting. It's just crazy.
You know what? That's not your room. Go make your own room. And what's gonna happen? Those right people are gonna be around you.
Exactly.
And that's okay.
It's unfortunate. How do you play a system where they're willing to spite their own face?
We have to roll with the punches and show them that I'm not the one to be played with. Now, does he have an uphill battle? No, he does.
He does.
Because now he has to fight for his position.
Right, because he's the third, right?
He's like the third. Fight for that position to not get cut. And they're going to be looking to cut him. They're going to be looking to cut him. Fight for that position. And then fight for the position to be the backup. And then, hopefully someday, become the starter. Now, I am of the opinion, we talked about this a little bit earlier, all these guys coming into high school, I think they should be backups, especially with football, being a football club.
Oh, like coming straight out.
But yeah, I think it's too much pressure sometimes on these young kids who come out of college, and now you're automatically the starter for this professional team. You have to learn playbooks. You have to learn all this stuff. So I think there should always be like if you know you need a quarterback, you're gonna draft a quarterback when you know your current quarterback, your franchise quarterback, is on the aging out. You got maybe two good years left. You bring him in, you let him know, give him the respect. Listen, we know this is your longevity. Everybody has a ceiling. Everybody has that wall they're gonna hit.
Right.
Listen, this draft, we're gonna draft a quarterback, right? He's not here to take your job. This is still your position. All right? But we both know
what it is.
What it is. So we're gonna bring him in. We would like for you to be a mentor to him and help him along the way and show him the ropes and help him get acclimated. And we're going to give him a couple of snaps in preseason, but unless something happens in the season, you're our guy.
Kind of like what the Democrats just did. Okay, sorry.
Right, you're our guy. Right, we're going to roll with you. Now, they may or may not be okay with that quarterback. Some of them are divas, Aaron Rodgers. Others will be willing to accept that role because people know, hey, listen,
right? I
am 38. I am 39.
It's time.
Listen.
Peace out.
I woke up this morning and my whole body clicked. I'm taking more ice packs after games, after practices.
It was the whole body.
It's my road is not a long road. So of course I'm going to help this young buck. Some quarterbacks do that, some won't.
But you never know unless you set up the space for that.
But I don't think these young quarterbacks, really players, should be coming out of college. Don't talk high school, and going right into this because you kind of set them up for failure. Like the quarterback for the Panthers now. I forget his name, but he came right into college as a starter, and he first half of the year it was bad because it's new, it's different, and it feels intense. So it's Bryce Young. I think it's Bryce Young. He ended up getting benched because he was just bad. And now all the talk is he a bust? Is he a this? Right? And then that's going to get in your head, right? Luckily he did turn it around.
Right. And I'm not, a big sports person, but I do believe in everybody doesn't know how to be a coach.
That's very true as well.
You know what I mean? That's why to me Deion Sanders is so great, because not only did he know how to be a player, but he knew how to be a coach. And I think it's a rarity, in my opinion.
No, it is.
You know what I mean? That you can get that. But I think that sometimes people don't know how to pay attention to people in a way to bring them to their better self.
Right.
Be it in the game, and you know what I mean? Everybody is not a coach. Everybody's not a trainer. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I say it at work all the time. Like, y'all doing these trainings and y'all got the wrong people doing these trainings, because not everybody, just because you know the work, doesn't mean you can teach it. Right. I could once two-step on the dance floor down. But me teaching a dance class ain't happening. Ain't happening.
That's what they think Deion, and I'm talking about NFL and analysts, they think he's such a good coach. They want him to coach in the NFL. He keeps refusing because he's like, I don't want to coach strong men. I want to coach young men and prepare them for life.
I would prefer the sponges.
Right. But here's the crazy part. You trust him so much as the coach.
But this could be a part of them penalizing.
Why don't you want his son, who he coached his whole life?
Because they're penalizing him for not even wanting to be in.
Oh, you don't want to come to us?
Yeah, that's that too. I didn't know that part.
It makes no sense.
Disgusting behavior.
How can the people he coached be so bad, but you want him as the coach? And this is the person he's coached his whole life.
I'm about to say, and it's literally his own sperm.
Right.
Sorry.
You think balls. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, it doesn't get better than that.
Right. So it's, when people say, oh, it's not like that, he just... It is like that. It is like that. Because even if you say, okay, he didn't go top 10, no one had him lower than 20. Nobody.
Right. You were trying to teach the lesson, but you know what?
You know how...
It will backfire, though.
You know how much of a Giants fan I am. And when they were on the clock and I saw he was still there, like, we need to do. And they choose this other dude who isn't even kind of as good as him.
It will backfire.
I'm like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
In terms of an organization, it will backfire.
I genuinely hope this puts a psycho chip on his shoulder. I hope this turns him into a Kobe level psycho.
It should.
To where he's going to win. I hope he becomes the GOAT.
It should. And then I don't know what someone who's third, or the contract looks like.
Terrible.
To the point where now you're like fiending for him, and he's like,
terrible.
I think about it.
Right. I want him to become the GOAT. Will he? Won't he? That's up to him. He got an uphill battle to fight. But when people disrespect certain people, it doesn't shut them down. It puts a battery.
And if he anything like his daddy, the battery is...
I'm going to show you. So we'll see what happens with Shador. It's all on him at this point. I hope he shows the world. And I'm going to be rooting for him every step of the way. He definitely has a fan in me.
Listen.
Any more thoughts on that?
Listen, sometimes I think I'm everybody's mama.
You're Ellen.
I do. Leave that baby alone. Let him shine.
This little thinking that. So let's move on. Speaking of ego, this is your topic. I'm gonna let you.
So I was having a conversation yesterday, and I'm like, everybody in NYC is a celebrity, clearly.
Clearly, in their own world, they are a celebrity.
We think that we're all celebrities to the point where when celebrities come here, we're not even bothering them because we are celebrities too.
We the stars of the show. New Yorkers are the star of the show.
Somebody was like, oh, you guys are so cocky. And
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 I don't understand your point. What do you?
because I can guarantee you that although we have seasons, your summer is never better
Never.
than an NYC
Never.
summer.
Never. And summers in NYC
It's-
unmatched.
It is, especially now where there's a rooftop, there's
Yeah.
an open space, there's so many functions going on.
We outside. What you just saying?
Yes.
I'm outside. Yo,
So we are literally, we do feel like we are all celebrities.
even
and
when we move out in New York,
yes,
we don't lose that New York swag.
I'm sorry that you guys don't feel the bacon, egg, and cheese vibe.
And it's one word.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon and cheese.
Or you don't feel the bodega vibe.
First off, we're gonna stop in the bodega real quick. Y'all jealous. I don't care what you say. Y'all a bodega? That's one of the littest spots in the city.
Listen,
Poppy?
listen.
Bodegas, I can go out anytime. Give me a sandwich. A sandwich.
You hear that? Not a sandwich, a sandwich.
Give me a sandwich. Give me a chopped cheese. Give me a soda. Give me a Sprite. Give me an ice cup, because you know we about to get litty.
Listen,
You can't do that.
you can't walk into any store where you live at and hear La Mega. You don't got that. You don't got it.
Hey, you ain't got the cat on the bread. That's the manager.
It is the manager. It is the manager.
Bodegas is lit.
So I just wanted to express that, yes, we all do think that we're celebrities.
Because we are, B.
And we are.
We are. We don't care.
NYC, use a store.
Oh,
That's it.
Listen. Our fashion dictates fashion in the United States. Say what you want. Argue with your mama.
And I'm going to say this. Yes, sometimes other boroughs get into the midst of it with other boroughs. Who's better,
But we could do that.
Yes, because at the end of the day, like I said, NYC, we are the celebrities of the United States.
Nobody.
Say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're in California, you cannot be a celebrity in California. They gonna hound you because they starstruck.
Right.
And you go anywhere, they're gonna
Because I have bumped into multiple celebrities, and I'd be like,
what up?
I give them the head nod.
First of all, you're lucky if I acknowledge you.
Oh.
If I acknowledge you as a celebrity, you are upper echelon past A. And even then, I'll be like, what's up? And keep it moving. I got bills, my man. Are you giving me money? Are you giving me money?
Listen.
Nobody curses like a New Yorker.
Oh, God. Nobody curses like an Italian.
Nah. Italians curse, but nobody says, fuck out of here like a Harlem nigga. Nobody said, bitch, like a Harlem nigga.
You might be right. You might be right. That
ain't nobody.
That fuck out of here is strong.
Nobody said suck my dick better than a New York woman.
Y'all
say it. Like, y'all
at work have no idea how crazy this mouth can get.
New York woman?
Yeah.
They tell you, yo, my dick worse than a nigga.
We do.
And they call you pussy worse.
We do.
Like, y'all, if you can date a New York City woman, my nigga, nothing could take you down.
Only the toughest survive.
I think New York City women is the best. I got two. I got a Puerto Rican and a black one.
We spicy.
Y'all different. And the ones from the Bronx, they all certified got cases. I'm just saying, New York, we have an ego. We do have an ego. But there's New York swaggy. Like, there's a reason why y'all want to come here. There's a reason why you dress like this. Yeah, y'all want to talk trash, but y'all all want some Timbs. Y'all all want some Timbs. Y'all want the baggy jeans with all that? That's us. Y'all was all rocking the leg up. Guess who started that? LL. Where's he from? Queens. We started that. Y'all want the fitted hats? All that. We started that. We did that. Y'all want the Yankee hat? That's Jay-Z, baby. We do this. Fashion Week is where? It's here.
I mean, you know.
All this, it's New York.
So I just say that to say, you know, we are all celebrities.
We all celebrities.
We've been done.
We don't care.
Down to the crackhead.
Yo, our crackheads got egos, my nigga.
They do.
They're bold.
They are.
They're bold.
They are. Listen.
You cannot hurt a New York person's feeling.
You can't.
You can't.
Especially from our era, because we got the snaps.
What? Yeah. This right here is on. If you see this right here,
it's a wrap.
If you're not with it,
get out of the circle.
Get out of the circle. Get out of the circle. Get out of the circle, nigga. You smell like pigeon balls, nigga. Fuck out of my face, nigga. You big fat back, no neck ass nigga. Like we will crack on you.
Yeah.
High school in New York ain't for the weak.
It ain't. Oof. In middle school either.
Like
it's not.
We're forged in combat. So yeah, if we got a little swagger, so what we earned it. You don't like how I talk? I don't give a fuck. You don't like my ego? Who are you?
Step yourself out of the room if you don't like the ego.
You know what new phone? Who this came up with? New York. Who are you? It's okay. Are we the greatest state? No. Are we the best? Yes. It's how it goes. Does New York stink? Yes. But watch your mouth.
That part.
Am I trying to move out this bitch? For sure. But I still smack shit out you. So shit about my city beat. I can talk shit about New York. You can't. Watch your mouth. All right? Fuck out of here. All right.
That was real.
All right. Moving on. The internet's all over this. So we're going to jump on it real quick.
Oh, boy.
Before we get up out of here. We want our 15 minutes of fame. So the big thing on the internet right now is 100 men versus a gorilla. Who would win? And all I want to say is, I don't care. I want to watch. I want 100 men to get together. No weapons. You can't have weapons.
Listen.
And fight a gorilla.
The gorilla is winning.
Easily.
He's winning. And I don't know where this came from or why it came about.
Do you know what it is? This is a man group chat conversation that leaked onto the internet. Because this is certain niggas talking. I can't act like this is...
Because the gorilla is winning.
Every time.
Like, I'm looking at my hand and I'm thinking about the size of a gorilla. Like,
listen. You've been to the zoo. We've all been to the zoo, right? You've been to the gorilla enclosure, right? They're very peaceful. They're very chill, right? Gorillas, we don't fuck with nobody.
However,
you seen the glass on that shit?
Very thick.
I've seen a gorilla crack that shit. Awesome. Boom. Cracked it. Little white people messing up. Boom. Cracked it. You know who stayed there? Nobody.
Yeah, because nobody's doing that. Yeah, like
my man. Everybody thought that gorilla got out. If you don't believe me, go online, go on YouTube, put gorilla cracks glass. You'll find it.
And it pops out.
You're going to be like, bro.
So I'm going to need all 100 men to stand back.
No. Go.
Well, just the conversation. It's just not, it's a no.
A gorilla.
It's a no.
Even if on the slim chance y'all come up with a strategy that y'all win. Ain't but 3 of y'all niggas left.
Yeah, literally.
The gorilla can roll
Yeah, I just,
one hand,
just.
1,800 pounds. One hand.
Oh, it's a wrap.
He could be like, you want to see how strong the gorilla is? When we're done, I'm gonna show it to you. You know how people go into their houses, which is stupid to me. They go to the Congo to be amongst the gorillas because gorillas is very chill. And they go there and they sit and they just sit there and they watch the gorilla. But the guys be like, listen, if they come over here, don't fucking move. They're like, stay still. I mean, don't do shit. If they touch you, don't move. Just stay still. It's gonna be so bad. They move.
Because they press like.
So a gorilla, they was taking pictures and they got close. And everybody was like, silverback gorilla. I guarantee he was talking to his brother. Like, watch, I'm about to fuck his name. Watch this. Walked over to the nigga, grabbed his leg, dropped him a few feet, let him go, and just kept walking. Just like, if I wanted to. If I wanted to.
Did he just lay down?
He just laid down. He was just getting drugged. The gorilla didn't even break stride. He just and let him go and just kept going about his business. Like, that was if I felt like it, nobody can stop me, dog.
So,
You ever seen 2 male silverback gorillas box?
Yeah.
There's a video of that online where they in the enclosure going at it. And the white woman going, oh my God, get the zookeeper. Best comment I ever saw was, what you want to do?
What the zookeeper going to do?
Get in there, box with him?
Tranquilize?
Let him work it out, son.
Yeah, I'm minding my business too.
See that?
Yeah.
No. I fully support the idea of doing it. Don't ask me to be in it. Because I'm going to betray you. I'm going to jump on that gorilla back and we going at y'all.
No, me and the gorilla is
together. 2 versus 99. Nigga, I'm with him.
We're together.
So, that's clearly a group chat question.
It gotta be. I'm just like, where did this come from?
I do think it's a fun question. I think brought a little levity into all the craziness going on.
Fair.
Which I'm not mad at. I do think some people got really
real like
over it. You got a stupid question. You trying to make money up? Nigga, relax. People deserve to just let their head down.
Because it's just been 100 years of a lot of things going on.
And it's for 100 days. It's the longest 100 years I've ever been a part of. I mean, 40 years on this. Never had 100 years like this.
It's just horrible.
So, I think it's a fun thing. I hope we do get more things like that because it was entertaining to hear.
It lightened.
I do like the strategies I heard. It was fun. So let's keep that going. Let's have more of that because you know what? That united us a little bit. I think that's gonna do it. I think it's a good episode. Go see Sinners, please. Go see Sinners. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
I have nothing else to say. New York over everybody. Go Knicks. We in the second round, baby. Fuck Boston. Gang, gang, gang.
There go that New York.
Remember, please like, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you can see when the episode pops up. All right. I'm Mr. J.
Shammy.
We'll catch you in the next one. Everybody stay greasy. Freeze frame. Now I'm freeze. I'm leaving it in now. I'm leaving it in. Please.